Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing One Piece episodes 243 and 244. All I want to say in this beginning is to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that little subscription thing, notification bell, smash that like button, all that good stuff. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/ajrich123. Definitely helps me get out more content, supports the channel, and you guys get to watch a ton of uncut and early stuff over there. And let's go ahead and start. It's just an endless smile right there. None of them have a chance against him. You need all the guards you possibly can have, and that's not even going to be enough. So now we know how they disappeared. They're doing the door thing. So that devil fruit is actually insanely useful in situations like this. It makes it look like you're teleporting or something, especially if you're not looking when they're doing it. And holy hell. You have no chance, but... Oh! What? So he, not only can he... Huh, or maybe that's part of his devil fruit. We thought he has the door fruit to open a door, you know, to make a door out of anything, but how would that work with what he just did there? Does it do more than just that? Or is he able to use it in different ways? And you know, when some crazy music plays, you know you're out of your league. That helmet's not gonna help, bud. What the? And speed, strength, making doors? What the fuck? How is this guy doing everything? Sometimes going in from the front is the right plan. We've seen him do this a few times. That's what I was wondering. Okay, I guess not. God damn, Robin! Jesus! That's a crime? Just knowing about it wouldn't be a crime. Okay, but how is it a crime? Like, that's kind of extreme. That's why she got a bounty. So we heard about, oh God, how far back was that? We heard, God, back with Crocodile, we heard about, he was talking about some type of weapon or something. Because he was having Robin decipher those things. That's why they were working together, right? So I can't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure they said a name of a weapon back then. What, like 100 episodes ago? Because I remember it clearly because they were talking about it. So that's what this is all for. But that's the reason why I really thought it was going to be more than that. I thought Robin, like, must have done something way bad to be, first off, have a bounty since she was a little kid. But just doing what she's been doing, I didn't think it was that extreme where, but if it's for a weapon, and if it's a weapon that the government's afraid of, if you're the government and you're afraid of something, and only one person in the world can do something to get that something, then I guess it would make sense that you would go after them. That's, I feel like you never want to be the only person that can do something, especially something like that, because people are going to either want to use you, want to use you, want to stop you, or I mean, really, or that's really it. I mean, especially the higher ups.
政府に肩入れしていることの解読によって兵器が復活すれば、それを持つ者が正義だろうが悪だろうが、結果は同じことだからな。
I mean, when does weapons ever create peace?
過去の遺物など呼び起こすべきではないんだよ。
I feel like Robin's goals are different. They have to be.
俺は古代兵器プルトンの設計図を持ってる。
What?
あまりにも強大な兵器を生み出してしまったかつての造船技師は、万が一その力が暴走にはこんな強硬な手段に出やがったのさ。そんなことも知らずに奴らに協力してる。
So she doesn't know everything. She's helping them, but not knowing all the information, and them having the weapon. Holy fuck is this? We're getting an info dump this episode. I'm going to go over all of this in the review at the end, but we've heard this name of the weapon. We've heard the name. Didn't Crocodile say Pluton or something? I know he said a weapon name. I love that 100 episodes later, this is getting brought up, but I get that Robin has been, you know, we already knew she was partly of what she was doing, but I never thought it was for bad reasons. It never felt like that. It felt like she really loves this type of stuff in general, but she also wants to learn history. But to this extreme seems completely different. And then this organization working for the government, meaning Robin would technically be working with the government here, but aren't the government out for her bounty? That seems a little bit confusing, or I'm missing something.
唯一逃げ出した少女のことをずっと製造者の意思を汲んだ俺にはお前を止める責任がある。設計図の存在を政府に感づかつの可能性。
Holy fuck. Now she has to kill him, right?
私を殺して復活を止めたとしても、あなたが設計図を奪われたら結果は同じ。
I feel like I'm in an episode of like Attack on Titan or something. Like the whole tone and everything just fucking shifted like that. I'm literally speechless. That's why I had to pause here, because there's so much information coming out like this. Oh my god, this is kind of exciting, but just like with Crocodile that was using Robin, I get this feeling, and it's not even a feeling, the way he's talking too is more of she's being used here. But she does things that she believes are right. That's what the way I feel here is, though she does things the way that, I don't know, the way she kind of, you know, joined Luffy and them, stopped helping Crocodile and all that stuff. It makes me think, I don't know. I feel like she just is, maybe even by the look on her face, the way he's talking to her, it's like she's learning stuff right now too. And maybe she's second guessing what she's doing because she thought she was in the right here, and now she's second guessing it. But this is just a lot of information, because we had heard about Tom a couple episodes ago about this person that he had you know, had learned the stuff from, just like he was passing on or talking to Paulie, and that's why they're after him now. There's just a lot of stuff. He said the creator too. Like there's so much here. I hope I'm supposed to be fucking confused here, because I'm gonna look like an idiot if I'm not supposed to be. And it took half an episode for Luffy to not even get out of the in between. Are you sure? God. So they're really gonna kill him. I think handing it over to them, no matter what, they're gonna kill you. There's no point in doing it. Oh, they baited him! They baited both of them! Oh, thank fucking God. So he, because he'd be putting his life in danger. No wonder why he wouldn't tell him. Now Luffy's got to make it in time. He doesn't need the door fruit. His head makes the door. Luffy's walking into a skeleton and a minotaur with the Uchiha eyes. God damn, yeah, these are not people you want to mess around with. Holy shit! Where did... What was that, horseshoes? And you had to do it off screen? It's never good when you hear screaming off screen. I don't think anyone is supposed to win in this situation. Except them, of course. But neither their group or the Straw Hats. Goddamn air dashes. This was an extreme case, though. These guys made sense as allies. I'm glad they were able to figure it out here. Luffy can understand that type of pain. He kind of acts like Zoro a little bit and a little bit like Luffy. Of course, they can understand each other because of that. It's called scream until it works method. Luffy's a pro at it. He must have known they were going to go back to him here once they found out. Whoa. What? Oh! Oh, no! What? What? No! What the fuck? What the fuck? You didn't get single cross, double cross, you got fucking triple crossed, bitch! Wow. How long has he known them? What a fucking twist! Oh my God. I gotta say, I would have never expected that. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of people we have not met, and that is a twist. Was there any indication of that being? I mean, was there any indication of that, like, at all? I'm trying to think in my brain here. They hid that so well. Like, that's just good writing. Holy shit. That's, you know, it's kind of hard sometimes to pull off twists in any show. It really is. It's like, because sometimes the author might try to give you clues enough where you could figure it out before. But if you actually want to surprise somebody, it's, I mean, and actually still for people to respond to it heavily, you have to kind of do a mix of it and do it right. And this was done right. Holy hell. I would have never guessed that it would, like, not only is it just one guy in their group, I mean, what is that? Over half of their main group and the people he trusted the most is working for the government the whole time in this town. Iceberg must be just absolutely shook at this point. That's just, and that's part of the organization. And Robin, is with them too. It's just holy hell. This was like, we've had some info dumps in this show. This feels like a very, not that, like we knew partially. We knew what we'd heard about the weapon before. We knew what Robin was trying to do. We knew she was trying to learn about history. She's talked about it a bunch. And we saw what she was initially doing when she was with Crocodile. So that part shouldn't be surprising, but to what extent, to what it does. And then with the government being involved as well here, it's just, there's so much, like, this really does feel like a huge mystery. Like, this is the last like 10 episodes or so, not only have we gotten like gut-wrenching, just sad episodes, and I mean, we've had a couple twists with Luffy, you know, fighting Usopp and everything like that, but they're shoving so much in this short amount of time here where it's just, I feel like it's a little overwhelming, but it's not in a bad way. Like this, the way the story is going, it's kind of done. I feel like I have a lot of information to process, but I don't feel overloaded to the point where it would throw off the story for me. It feels really like it's more of, I just want to gather more information. And now on top of figuring out about this huge fucking big twist about them being undercover this whole time, half of Iceberg's group, I want to know more. Let's continue watching here. Yep, and Frankie's right there. Usopp. There's so many moving pieces. And he's just, all he's trying to do, he's got one thought on fixing the ship. Not only did he lose to them, he lost to Luffy, but at least he got the ship. That's the problem with being by yourself. You're not going to get all this information. He is completely out of the loop. Of course you're not going to... Look at him, he looks completely different. What? Well, that was easy for Zoro. That doesn't mean anything when you put... if you do enough damage to them to knock them the hell out. At least we get a little bit of comic relief. So Paulie here is going to be completely confused too. Because not only did they betray Iceberg, they betrayed him too. Just takes him some time to get out of it. I think the smart thing here is not to rush in though. That is a long time. Grow friendships, become close. They must have been hiding their strength. There's more? So this is the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. No! They played the long game! So those government agents that kept coming in over and over and over again because he didn't give this information. Now we're kind of figuring out what the government wanted here. Because he didn't give the information, I'm guessing he was doing this for a long time, and that's why they sent this group over. So that, wow. Who knew? You know, if you just stopped, if you stopped like talking and you wouldn't go with the government, they're going to send people to go after you. Who fucking knew? So they're pretty much doing the same thing then, that other people would achieve the weapon. I think that should have been obvious. So they feel nothing. It's not one of those things where you've been in with them for a long time, you're going to feel a connection to them. This is the biggest surprise to me. Because he really seemed like a nice guy. This is a bit, I think that's the biggest surprise. That would be fucked up. Yup. They're just gonna... What does that mean, though? Like, I thought they were... Blood is gonna tell us. Like, you're gonna kill... I know they're gonna kill him, for damn sure, but... Is it some type of ability or something? Because he's holding the pulse. So is he, like, trying to figure something out through blood? Does he mean literally? She's still drunk as fuck. She's not gonna sober up. She must not have a liver anymore. Huh. So he must have told somebody, is what they're thinking, right? I think that too. He had to have. If you have to have a backup plan. You mean before this? God damn. His personality pulled a 180. Now looking at them, they look evil. But they look like villains here. They were researching for that long. That's the advantage of it. Oh, it's like kind of being a lie detector or when the heart rate goes up. Ah, so that's when she started drinking. Yeah, that's gonna speed up his heart, I guess. Oh! 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 It's fucking Frankie! Oh shit! Oh shit! Frankie's it! That's the connection! Holy hell! In writing, when you Frankie seemed like such a cat. They gave him. I'm thinking like when you think of a writing prompt and you think of adding, there's a third character, there's another character on a side story. This makes so much fucking sense from a writing perspective, I'm telling you. Frankie being, oh my god, that is, I love how that's connected. That's such a nerd thing, I'm sorry guys, but I love that Frankie is connected to this. He's not just thrown in there. This is, oh my, what a fucking twist. There's more to Frankie than we know. Holy hell. Yep. What do you do now, though? Now that they know, are they just gonna straight up kill him? Now that they know who it is? There's no use for him? I wonder if that's his actual personality then, because he looked a lot more serious there. Is he like putting up an act or something? 2 twists in 2 episodes. Exactly. There's so much happening in this one day here. Zoro, Luffy, yup. Sword and rubber. And they're gonna not know what's going on either. Everything's gonna seem weird. I wonder how long it's gonna take Luffy for the light bulb to go. Let's give it 20 seconds. I can't even imagine what he's gonna be thinking. Yeah. 2 twists in 2 episodes. Ones that were so well done, so like hidden with this. I love that they didn't go with the random out of nowhere person we've never met. They actually went with people that we have been introduced since they've gone to Water 7 here. And on top of it, being the person they're looking for is somebody we've been introduced to already too. Everything is in the context of what we've seen in the last, what, 20 episodes or so, right? Like, that is so perfect, because though it's so good, because I might have to do a rewatch of some of these episodes. I want to know if there was any, like, I wonder if there was any any hint at all, even if they were brief, that they would have been working undercover. I mean, the bird thing is weird, but Iceberg has that weird rat, so I didn't really think, I mean, the bird thing, I mean, talking birds, talking rats, and talking bird just seems weird in the first place. But I find it's like right when they took off the masks and the way they looked, I'm like, oh, okay, they definitely, but of course that's just the way they're drawn now, though, because they didn't look, other than the guy with the bird, he kind of looked a little bit like he could be a bad guy, right? But the guy with the freaking long nose that was getting compared to Usopp, that guy seemed the nicest for sure. He was doing the best acting job. I no way in hell I thought that. But the Frankie thing is completely out of nowhere. I mean, that's why I said that is amazing how they pulled that off. But now it makes me question how Frankie has acted this entire time. Like, it's just because we see him with, maybe that's just how he acts, but like him having, you know, he had to you know, be different or whatever, or change. They said that, you know, he got another name or whatever. It's kind of like being in the you know, like just changing yourself. Also, it seems like, I mean, does that mean he wasn't like a cyborg before? Because it didn't seem like he had, like, we didn't really get it. Well, we did. I got to look at that again, but it looked like he wasn't then. So was that part of him trying to be different, changing his name? But who in the hell right mind would like become a cyborg willingly, though? Like, but I guess if you're trying to change yourself, I mean, a different nose, I mean, I'm gonna have to look at how it showed him right then, but I'm wondering, it looks like he looks quite like at least a little bit differently, right? And a different name. But I'm assuming he changed quite a bit, which makes sense if you're trying to change yourself there. But holy hell, I mean, the connection between Iceberg and Frankie, and Iceberg even hid it from those guys for 5 years. It's like he was being overly cautious this entire time too. It's insane. This is so great. I mean, we've gotten like, okay, in the show we've had high action, sadness, happiness, extreme. We've had a lot of different drama, comedy. I see this always as a lot of comedy with drama sprinkled. That's what I've noticed. Like, there's just moments drama and just pure like moments that will really bring out the feels, as a lack of a word to say here. But this has kind of gone into another direction. And that's, I think that's just another thing to add to the list of why the show is so good. Now we're getting twists and mystery, and we've had like little bits and pieces. Oh, that's interesting, or that's different. You know, when Robin was introduced and stuff, and or when any characters are introduced, we learn more about them. But this one felt like a fucking like detective mystery type thing here, and it's, I don't know, I really enjoyed learning this. But for all this excitement, how the hell are they gonna get out of this? Yeah, you know, Luffy and Zoro have shown up now, but as we saw how strong these guys actually are, and also just like the way we saw that guy using the door devil fruit, and the air dash and a bunch of stuff, what do they even have a chance against them? That's probably the biggest question here. And Luffy wants to bring back Robin, but at this point, can you? I mean, Iceberg was kind of telling her stuff. Robin seemed a little surprised by some of the stuff he was saying. So could she still be negotiated with? I feel like if Robin decided to go back with them, or you know, Robin said sorry or figured this out, right? Knowing Luffy and all them, they would forgive her immediately. At least Luffy would. Now, they might be, maybe Zoro would be suspicious, but he would go because Luffy's the captain, and all of them would go with Luffy's decision. And if we're just going off Luffy's decision, he would definitely take her back. So I don't think it's completely like dead on. There's no chance Robin could come back to them. I feel like there's a chance. At least there's a little bit of a chance, and I know Luffy would, at least there's the possibility, because Luffy would let her back. That's the way I feel anyway. But yeah, and then on top of this, now this is another thing that's making me think, like, if Frankie is this, right, and Frankie is the one that actually has what they're looking for, does that mean, like, what is Frankie really trying to, it makes me think, is Frankie really trying to hurt them then? Like, Frankie was mad then, but I don't know, it makes me look at him differently, and then their actions. Even though he's saying he's going to capture Usopp, if he really, he must have like learned some information at this point, right? Like, you would think, we saw him in the bar and everything, so maybe he's not actually trying to hurt Usopp or hurt them at this point. That's the way I feel anyway. Trying to think if there's anything else from I mean, there's a ton. I mean, there was a ton of information about the weapon, about what they were looking for, how long they'd worked there, I mean, there was a lot of stuff, but if I remember anything, I'll say it in the intro for the next episodes. But seriously, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out the Patreon at patreon.com/ajrich123 if you want to watch these episodes early and uncut. Definitely do it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.